On behalf of the Mayor's Commission on Homelessness and Affordable Housing, welcome to the Homeless to Hope Benefit Telethon Kickoff. I'm Mayor John Tecklenburg, Mayor of the City of Charleston, and with me today is Mayor Will Haney of the town of Mount Pleasant and Mayor Ricky Waring of the town of Somerville. And we're here together in Charleston City Council chambers to launch a day-long drive to raise funds towards the goal of alleviating homelessness in the Lowcountry, all throughout the Lowcountry. According to recent assessment by the Lowcountry Continuum of Care, there are over 1,600 men, women, and children who are unsheltered or receiving emergency housing supportive assistance at this time. And although much of our time and resources are being spent right now to fight a deadly virus, we still have in readiness the resolve and the time to care for our brothers and sisters in need. You know, there's a lot going on in our community and in Charleston, but at the end of the day, I believe we're judged by how we care for those most in need in our community, our brothers and sisters experiencing homelessness, and those on the verge of homelessness. I don't need to share with you the statistics. Over 450,000 people in the state of South Carolina have applied for unemployment in the last 6 weeks. There are many people who may be on the verge of becoming homeless, and we want to have reserves in place to help them. So, for the next 8 hours, we're inviting everyone to join us for the Homeless to Hope Benefit Telethon, which will feature a cast of civic leaders and musician entertainers donating their time and talents for worthy cause. So every half hour on our Facebook event page, which is at 2020 Homeless to Hope Benefit Telethon, you'll see and enjoy musicians such as Shovels and Rope, Steep Canyon Rangers, Charlton Singleton of the Ranky Tanky Band, Bobby Houck of the Blue Dogs, Lee Barber, Kanika Moore, Heather Rice, Sandrina Dunning, Stephen Washington, and more. Maybe even a couple of mayors. So before we kick off, listen to this. We checked into the total funds that we've raised so far. Right now, we are at $155,000 that we've raised. We've got a goal of $200,000, so that means we need to raise $45,000 more. That's only $1,900 an hour during our 8-hour period. We can do it, right? Or $30 per minute to reach the goal by 8 o'clock tonight of $200,000. So we're calling on everyone to help us. You can support this effort by making a tax-deductible donation today to the Homeless to Hope Fund. It's managed by our partners at the Palmetto Project. They're a nonprofit pillar in our community. Jeffrey Fleming is with us today, who works with them. They're a remarkable organization. The fund supports a network of service providers in our community who help those who are transitioning out of homelessness into permanent housing. So to donate, all you got to do is text H2HOPE, which is 44321, or go online at homelesstohopefund.org/donate. But I'm sure if you just go to homelesstohopefund.org, you'll get there. For their opening remarks, I'd like to welcome my fellow members of the Mayor's Commission on Homelessness and Affordable Housing. First up will be Mayor Will Haney, and then Mayor Ricky Waring. Will?
Thank you, Mayor. Well, here I am for the third time. Thank you for including me. This is as meaningful as anything as I have ever done as a mayor for 3 years. And I want to thank the members of the Mayor's Commission on Homelessness and Affordable Housing. Those 16 members are very dedicated. We each appoint some from our municipalities. Some are in this room today, and I want to thank you. Y'all meet regularly. Y'all find solutions. And the Homeless to Hope Fund is a way that you can all participate and do something today, right now, today, to help with our homeless, who we all know have no boundaries. Homelessness is like floods, hurricanes. It's like the viral epidemic. There is no boundary between us for any of these things. And our brothers and sisters do not reside in one town or the other. We see them in Mount Pleasant. We see them in Charleston, North Charleston, Somerville, our whole region. This is not tied to one specific municipality. We look forward to having you tune in to Facebook to catch these performances. There are a lot of pros. You heard the names that were out there. There might be some rank amateurs. There might not. It just depends on how the money's going. So we will see about that, won't we, Mayor? We don't want to run off any potential donors. I just want to mention as well that if you will give to homelesstohopefund.org, if you will do that today, we can reach that goal. And we had no idea when we started this, looking at this year, and it was going to be in Mount Pleasant for the first time, which we were really looking forward to. We had no idea what we would be facing. This has been something totally unprecedented. But one of the realities that Mayor Tecklenburg touched on is that more people now may be facing homelessness than were when we did this last year, and that's very sad. Maybe you're like me. I've lost one friend to this. I had one friend in ICU for 2 weeks, and this week I had 2 family members tested for COVID-19, and I can tell you, if you've been through this, what that 48-hour wait was like. Fortunately, my family members, their tests came back negative. That's a blessing. Everybody's not so fortunate. Also, disease aside, we all know people who've been furloughed and lost their jobs. So let's do what we can now. We know everybody's hurting. Nobody's finances are as good as they were 60 days ago. But these are the folks that we can help the most, and we can give here with the smallest difference will make the biggest difference for some other folks. So please give. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ricky Waring, and I'm mayor of the town of Somerville. First thing I'd like to do is thank Mayor Tecklenburg and Mayor Haney for inviting me to join this commission, and so far I'm very excited. There's no question that homelessness is a serious thing. I used to think about homelessness as being a big city thing. You know, you see stuff on TV and all over the place, you know, about homelessness in cities and people living in tunnels and railroad tracks and stuff like that. But now, even in Somerville, a small town like Somerville, which is not small anymore, but it's small compared to the city of Charleston and even Mount Pleasant. Bill was telling me he's got 90,000 people in Mount Pleasant now. We got about 50 to 60 people in Somerville. And we got an area out in Somerville by I-26, by the hotels, where we got a little tent city out there, like you see in North Charleston. And there's all homeless people out there, and it's hard to believe that when you ride out there and you see this, that it's happening right in a hometown like I come from in Somerville, that this is happening when you never dreamed in your life that something like this would happen in your own hometown. But it's a fact, and it's real, and they're living there, and they don't have any home to go to, and a lot of them are hungry. And to get involved in something like this, homeless group that I'm involved in now, and going to take a big step forward in helping raise this money for these people, is exciting to me, like I said when I started, because it's real, and when it's happening in small towns like mine, it's happening everywhere in America. And if we don't get a handle on it and try to help these people, a lot of them are not, you know, people say, well, they can help themselves, but a lot of these people can't help themselves. They got to get a start. And we're here to help them to get that start. That's what I think we're here to do, and hope that we're here to do. And the money that Mayor Tecklenburg said that we raised, and the goal is at $200,000, and we don't have that far to go to get that goal in these 8 hours. I'm going to get my wife to pledge $100 today, and I'm going to challenge all the mayors in South Carolina, and I hope that they're all listening, and they might not be, but Facebook goes out a pretty good ways. And it sure goes out a pretty good ways in the low country. And if I can challenge all the mayors and each one of them will write a check for $100, that'll help us reach our goal that we can reach today. But anyway, that's what I'm here to do. Before I leave here today, I'll write a check for $100 and challenge all the mayors to write $100 to give to these homeless people to try to help us reach our goal. And I want to thank you again so much for making me part of this committee. I'm committed, I'm excited. I'm looking for that phone call from y'all to let me know. And you know how to get a hold of me. All you got to do is get a hold of Jill and she'll get a hold of me. And I'll be on my way. But thank you so much for the opportunity, Mayor. Looking forward to working with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Waring and Mayor Haney, and I accept that challenge and maybe a little bit more. And I'll be making my contribution today as well. Now, it's my honor to share with you or present at the podium next the executive producer of our event today, and that's Sandy Morkel. She's the producer of the Homeless to Hope Benefit Telethon. Sandy?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, mayors. So appreciate this. So excited that today has arrived and we're kicking off in such a great way. I want to really thank our media partners in this, the Post and Courier, who've been in it from the very beginning. I'm so appreciative of Live 5 for helping us to promote it, even when we couldn't hold a telethon in actual studio this year. I appreciate Charleston Radio Group for coming on board. They have really stepped up in a big way, and all 6 of their stations have been blasting it out. And I so appreciate all that, because all that awareness is bringing us to this point. And being able to have people be able to tune in to enjoy some incredible music and to be able to donate to the Homeless to Hope Fund. So that's what we're here for. I also want to thank the big sponsors that really stepped up. CC&T Real Estate, Joy Law Firm, Linda Kettner, who gave from her heart and continues to give for the issues of homelessness in this area. So appreciate them. And Bank of America, who stepped up for the first time. They actually used some of their COVID-19 relief funds to be able to use to donate to the Homeless to Hope Fund right here in Charleston. So thank you, Bank of America. You know, we have 27 artists who have all participated in this amazing event today. So you're going to enjoy those beautiful performances. They'll be scheduled every half an hour on the half hour. So there's a schedule of that on Facebook. They're also going to be performing on YouTube. So at the same time that the Facebook lineup there's YouTube. So I'll give you that lineup real quick. Lilia Young will actually, the mayor will kick us off right after this is done. The mayor and Lonnie Hamilton are going to be performing. It's an amazing performance. I can't wait to see that. 12:30, Lilia Young, who is an amazing performer herself. 1 o'clock, Yuri Becker and Micah Gangwer from the Charleston Symphony will be performing. At 1:30, Vicki Matstas from Ohm Radio. She's got an incredible voice and incredible talent. At 2 o'clock and 2:15, we're actually going to honor our Homeless to Hope Award recipients, which Mayor is going to tell us about that in just a second. 2:30, there'll be Manny Houston. We welcome him back and are excited about him being involved. 3 o'clock, Slow Runner with Michael Flynn and Josh Kaler. 3:30, Zandrina Dunning and Stephen Washington, an amazing one. 4 o'clock, we'll have Will Haney. 4:30, Bobby Houck and Hank Fuchs of Blue Dogs. 5 o'clock, Heather Rice. You will not want to miss that one. Charlton Singleton will have 5:30. 6 o'clock, Steep Canyon Rangers. 6:30, Shovels and Ropes. And at 7, we'll have our finale with Lee Barber featuring Kanika Moore, Justin Stanton, Jonathan Lovett, and Corinthian Doctor. So stay tuned. Donate when you can, if you can, and how you can. You've got all the information to do that. We look forward to having you support this. And now I'm going to turn it back over to Mayor Tecklenburg.
Thank you, Sandy. What a lineup of great musicians that are going to be on all afternoon and this evening. And just think, you don't have to buy a ticket to come to some show and have to dress up and all like that. You can just stay at home, but please help us out by making a donation. It's the website is homelesstohopefund.org, and there's a text number you can call as well. So I also want to give my special thanks to all of our donors and sponsors and our media partners for your tremendous support of the Homeless to Hope Fund and our benefit telethon. So today, the Commission on Homelessness and Affordable Housing is pleased to mark the third annual presentation of the Homeless to Hope Award by honoring not one, but two outstanding organizations. This year we did organizations rather than individuals because they're doing such incredible work. Their work in the fight against homelessness. And there's two of them. First is God's Hot Dog Ministry. They serve a lot more than hot dogs. They serve a warm meal 7 days a week, 365 days a year. They've been doing it for over 10 years, y'all. All volunteers. And then the incredible Hope to Home Furniture Resource. Tom Young will be representing them. And what they do is when we're able to identify permanent housing for a homeless individual and they get there, they normally have nothing, right? And so this warehouse accepts donated furniture and then delivers it to the new home for the family or individuals. It's just a remarkable, thoughtful ministry that they do. So I'm going to ask those two individuals to come up or representing those two organizations one at a time. Together, they have brought true hope, care, and relief to the homeless men, women, children, and families in need. On behalf of the Mayor's Commission on Affordable Housing, it's my honor to present a small check of $1,000 to both God's Hot Dog Ministry, represented by Wayne Work, and to the Hope to Home Furniture Resource, represented by its founders, Tom Young and Steve Paterniti. So first, Wayne, here's your check, and I'll give you the podium for just a moment, sir.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you to the Commission as well. I want to take this second to thank all the hundreds of volunteers who've been involved with God's Hot Dog Ministry over the last almost 12 years. We have well over 200 brothers and sisters in Christ who are doing God's work with their hands, their feet, and their voice to love and care for the folks here in Charleston, feeding about 100 people a night. And we do thank you, and we thank our partners, the Navigation Center, and we also thank Next Steps, the Hands Up ministry that we're working with. So thank you, and God bless, and thank you for the Homes to Hope Fund as well.
Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you, Mary Tecklenburg. I'm Tom Young. This is Steve Paterniti, and we want to thank the Commission and the Mayor's Council for the award that we're receiving today. I'd like to personally give a shout out to the folks on the front line, which are the case managers at places like 180 Place and SSVF and all in my sister's house. Those are the frontline people. They're the people that are bringing people in off the street and helping them get started. We're the end of that, and we're putting them in homes. But thank you to the case managers out there. Steve?
We're just so humbled and honored to be a part of the community, to deliver furniture to those in need, to deliver more than furniture. We deliver hope. Thank you.
God bless you. Yeah, don't forget the check. So congratulations, Wayne, Tom, and Steve. God bless your good works and your many volunteers who make up the Hot Dog Ministry and the Hope to Home Furniture Resource. So thank you for joining us for today's kickoff of the Homeless to Hope Benefit Telethon. I'm going to remind you that 100% of today's proceeds will benefit the Homeless to Hope Fund, and to donate, you can text 44321 or go online to homelesstohopefund.org. So I'm sure you're tired now of all us talking heads. We're going to get down to some great music from now all the way up till 8 o'clock this evening. Tune in throughout the day. Enjoy some really great entertainment. In fact, for the opening act, my good friend Lonnie Hamilton and I get together for a short mix of tunes. You know, I must say, in this era where we've been promoting folks to stay at home, we hadn't been getting around that much anymore. So Lonnie and I will play for you a Duke Ellington tune that's in fact called Don't Get Around Much Anymore. Hope you enjoy it, and some real professionals will come on throughout the day. You're going to really be treated to some great music and entertainment. But please, since you don't have to buy a ticket, make a donation to the Homeless to Hope Fund at homelesstohopefund.org. Are we ready?